Welcome to the Ramayan, stories of Dharm and devotion. I'm Sandeep, your storyteller, guiding you through the timeless epic of Valmiki's Ramayan. Our narrative draws deeply from Valmiki's original text and is enriched with stories from other Indian traditions, offering you a complete and immersive experience of this eternal tale. In our earlier episodes, we touched briefly on the Vanar search parties sent in all directions, their dedication echoing the sacred duty they carry. Meanwhile, in the distant Ashok Vatika, Sita endures her captivity under Raavan's watchful eye. Her days are filled with longing, faith, and unshakable devotion, as she clings to the hope of being reunited with Ram. So, let us journey into the journey and the results of the Vanar army's monumental search, uncovering the outcomes of their sacred mission to locate Sita.
Following Sugriva's detailed instructions, the Vanar leaders set out in all directions, leaving no stone unturned in their quest to locate Sita. They scoured mountains, forests, rivers, and even the skies. From deep caves to the farthest corners of inaccessible lands, the Vanar forces searched tirelessly, often battling wild animals and braving harsh terrains. During the day, they focused on their mission with unwavering determination, while at night, they gathered to rest in the shelter of fruit-laden trees, drawing strength from their unity. For an entire month, the Vanars carried out their sacred duty, covering the lands with meticulous care. Yet, despite their best efforts, disappointment loomed. One by one, the search parties returned to Mount Prasravana, where Sugriva awaited news along with Ram and Lakshman. The mighty Vinta, leader of the contingent for East, returned empty-handed after an arduous journey through the eastern regions, where he diligently followed all the instructions given by Sugriva. As he made his way back to Mount Prasravana, his expression bore the weight of relentless effort and the disappointment of unfulfilled hope. Vinta and his contingent had scoured the lands of the east with unwavering dedication, venturing into towering mountain ranges, deep forests, and winding rivers. Following Sugriva's detailed directions, Vinta explored every corner of the eastern quarter, leaving no region untouched. They waded through rivers, climbed steep cliffs, and delved into hidden caves, hoping to uncover even the faintest clue of Sita's whereabouts. When it became evident that their search had not yielded any success, Vinta, though disheartened, did not falter in his duty to report back to Sugriva and Ram. He returned to Mount Prasravana, where the leaders awaited updates from all the contingents. Bowing before Sugriva, Vinta recounted his journey in vivid detail, saying, "O king, we followed your instructions to the letter. We searched every mountain, forest, river, and inaccessible place as directed. We combed through every region of the eastern lands, leaving no stone unturned. Yet, despite our efforts, we could not find Sita." His report reflected the Vanar spirit of resilience and loyalty, even in the face of disappointment. Though his search had not borne fruit, Vinta's commitment to the mission inspired confidence in the unity and resolve of the Vanar forces. Then the mighty Maricha, a Vanar leader renowned for his valor and strategic acumen, and Sushena, Sugriva's wise and trusted father-in-law, returned together from the western regions after an exhaustive and determined search. Their faces reflected the toil of their arduous journey, yet their loyalty and dedication to the mission shone brightly as they approached Mount Prasravana. United in purpose, they had led their contingents through the vast and challenging western lands, meticulously following Sugriva's instructions. Maricha and Sushena, along with their armies, scoured the western territories with unwavering determination. They explored hidden caves along the sandy coastline, waded through the seas, and searched the valleys and plains dotted with lush greenery. The journey was fraught with challenges, battling fierce wildlife, navigating through treacherous terrain, and enduring the vastness of the western expanse. When it became evident that their extensive search had not yielded any trace of Sita, Maricha and Sushena gathered their forces and prepared to return. Together, they reached Mount Prasravana, where Sugriv, along with Ram and Lakshman, awaited their report. Bowing respectfully before the king and his allies, they spoke in unison, their voices steady yet laced with the weight of their disappointment. "O king," they began, "we followed your commands to the letter and scoured the western lands with absolute diligence. We explored every mountain, forest, river, and sea you mentioned. We delved into hidden caves, climbed towering peaks, and searched the plains and groves with relentless effort. Despite our determination and exhaustive search, we regret to report that we could not find any trace of Devi Sita." Maricha added, "The western lands are vast, and we left no region untouched. We faced numerous challenges but pressed forward, ensuring every direction was covered." Sushena, with his calm wisdom, continued, "We searched every corner as instructed, but the vastness of the task could not yield the desired outcome." Their combined report, though disappointing, underscored the unwavering commitment and unity of the Vanar army. It reflected their resilience and the strength of their collective efforts. Then the mighty Shatavali, a heroic Vanar leader renowned for his courage and loyalty, returned from the northern regions after a month-long, relentless search. As he approached Mount Prasravana, where Sugriv, Ram, and Lakshman awaited him, his demeanor reflected both the exhaustion of his arduous journey and the weight of returning without success. Leading a contingent of the finest Vanar warriors, Shatavali had ventured into the northern lands, following Sugriv's detailed instructions with unwavering dedication. His search took him through the snowy peaks of the Himalayas, the sprawling forests of Devdaru, and the sacred rivers of the north. The Vanars combed through every valley, climbed treacherous slopes, and delved into hidden caves, hoping to uncover any trace of Sita's whereabouts. The journey was filled with challenges. They encountered freezing temperatures, hostile terrains, and dense wilderness that tested their endurance. They visited the sacred hermitages of the rishis, seeking their blessings and insights, and scaled the magnificent Kailash and Mansa peaks, exploring their hidden plateaus and caverns. Despite their unwavering determination, Shatavali and his troops were unable to locate Sita. Realizing that their search had come to an end, Shatavali led his forces back to Mount Prasravana to report to Sugriv. Bowing before the king and offering salutations to Ram and Lakshman, he spoke with humility and sincerity. "O king," Shatavali began, "we carried out your instructions with absolute diligence and searched every corner of the northern lands. We traversed the snowy peaks, dense forests, and sacred rivers, leaving no place untouched. We visited the hermitages of sages, scaled towering mountains, and explored hidden caves. Yet, despite our best efforts, we could not find Sita." He continued, "We faced many challenges but remained steadfast in our duty. The vastness of the northern quarter is daunting, but we ensured every region you mentioned was thoroughly examined. I return with a heavy heart, unable to bring good news, but with faith that our combined efforts will bear fruit." Shatavali's report reflected the relentless spirit and loyalty of the Vanar forces. Despite his disappointment, his exhaustive efforts and steadfast commitment inspired confidence in the collective resolve of the Vanar army. As the reports of the eastern, western, and northern search parties were concluded, an air of solemnity settled over Mount Prasravana. The relentless efforts of the Vanar leaders had been admirable, yet the mission to locate Sita remained incomplete. The weight of the situation bore heavily on Ram's heart, but amidst the disappointment, a glimmer of hope lingered as the discussion turned toward the southern direction. Ram, seated under the shade of a great tree, spoke first, his tone calm but thoughtful. "Sugriv, your army has shown extraordinary dedication. Their loyalty and efforts have brought us closer to understanding the vastness of this world and the challenges of our mission. While the reports from the east, west, and north bring us no news of Sita, I cannot help but feel that the answer lies to the south. Raavan, the one who has taken her, rules from Lanka, a kingdom said to lie in that direction. Lakshman, standing beside Ram, nodded in agreement. Brother, you are right. The southern quarter holds the greatest promise. We have seen no evidence of Sita in the other regions, and Ravan's actions point us to his lair in Lanka. The south is not only our logical focus, but also where Hanuman, the mightiest and wisest of Sugriva's warriors, leads the search. If anyone can overcome the challenges of the south and find Sita, it is Hanuman. Sugriva, seated near Ram and Lakshman, spoke with confidence, his voice steady and resolute. My lords, I, too, believe that the south is our best hope. The accounts of Lanka describe it as a magnificent island fortified by oceans, and it is where Raavan is most likely to have taken Devi Sita. Hanuman, Angad and Jambavan leads the southern contingent, and their strength, intellect, and unwavering devotion make them uniquely suited for this mission. They possess the ability to cross the vast ocean if needed, and their loyalty to you, Ram, is unshakable. Ram, placing his hand on Sugriva's shoulder, said with heartfelt sincerity, Sugriva, your actions have already proven your loyalty and devotion. Together, with the strength of the Vanars and the guidance of Hanuman, we will see this mission through. My faith in Dharm and the blessings of my ancestors strengthen my resolve. The south will lead us to Sita. As the sun set over Mount Prasravana, the three leaders sat in quiet reflection, their minds united in purpose and their hearts filled with hope. The southern direction, with its promise and challenges, now carried the collective faith of Ram, Lakshman, Sugriva, and the entire Vanar kingdom. Meanwhile, the southern contingent, led by Hanuman accompanied by Tara, Jambavan, and Angad, set forth as instructed by Sugriva, venturing into the dense and treacherous forests of the southern quarter. Tara, the wise and graceful queen, had decided to join the contingent to provide strength and guidance, particularly to the young Angad, her son. Understanding the significance of this mission, Tara wanted to ensure that this group, carrying the maximum hope of success, was fortified with her wisdom and experience. Their journey was filled with challenges, but their determination to find Sita and fulfill their mission remained unshaken. Hanuman and his companions traversed the impenetrable caves and towering peaks of the Vindhya mountains, combing through interior places, fortresses surrounded by rivers, and groves thick with bushes and thickets. The heroic Vanars left no stone unturned, searching tirelessly for the daughter of Janak. Day by day, they moved deeper into the dense forests, covering regions that were impassable, desolate, and filled with eerie silence. They halted at various places to eat roots and fruits and rest briefly before continuing their search. Yet, despite their concentrated efforts, they found no trace of Sita. Their journey took them into increasingly barren regions, forests devoid of life, with trees stripped of leaves, flowers, and fruits. Rivers ran dry, and there were no animals to be seen, no deer, elephants, tigers, or even birds. Even the lotus creepers on the parched ground, though blooming, were untouched by bees. As they ventured further, they entered a region that had been cursed by the sage Kandu, a man of great penance and strict austerities. The sage, having lost his young son in the forest, had turned his wrath upon the land, rendering it barren and lifeless. No creatures could survive there, and the Vanars felt the oppressive weight of the curse as they continued their search. Even in this desolate land, the Vanars persevered, scarring the mountains, rivers, and forests with unwavering focus. Eager to fulfill Sugriva's command and bring hope to Ram, they pressed forward, though their spirits began to waver. While searching through a dreadful forest covered with creepers and bushes, the Vanars suddenly came face to face with a terrifying demon. Towering like a mountain, the demon radiated malice and wickedness, unafraid even of the gods. The demon, enraged at the sight of the Vanars, charged toward them with a raised fist, shouting, "You are all as good as dead now that I have caught you." Mistaking the demon for Raavan, Angad, the courageous son of Bali, sprang into action. With a single, powerful strike of his palm, Angad struck the demon, who collapsed to the ground, vomiting blood. The mighty Vanars watched as the demon breathed his last, his massive form falling like an uprooted mountain. Despite their victory over the demon, the Vanars' search yielded no sign of Sita or Raavan. They continued their exploration, entering another dreadful mountain cave, but their efforts bore no fruit. As days passed, exhaustion and disappointment took their toll. The Vanars gathered under a large tree, dejected and silent. Their hearts weighed heavily with the burden of their unfulfilled mission. As the southern contingent paused under the shade of a large tree, dejected and weary from their relentless efforts, Angad stepped forward to address his fellow Vanars. Though visibly fatigued himself, the young prince, son of Bali, stood tall and resolute. His voice, filled with determination and courage, echoed through the silent forest, reigniting the morale of his companions. Friends and warriors of the Vanar kingdom, Angad began, his gaze sweeping across the assembled monkeys. We have faced countless challenges, traversed dense forests, scaled towering peaks, and searched tirelessly for Devi Sita. Yet, our mission remains unfulfilled. Let not fatigue or despair weaken our resolve. We are the chosen ones, entrusted by King Sugriv and Lord Ram to accomplish this sacred task. We carry the hopes of our kingdom and the honor of our cause. Stand strong, for we must press on. His words, though simple, carried the weight of his unwavering spirit, and the Vanars, inspired by their young leader, rose once more, their hearts filled with renewed courage and vigor. The mighty monkeys, full of valor, prepared to resume their search, their determination shining brighter than before. With their spirits reignited, the Vanars spread out, once again exploring the southern region, moving deeper into the vast Vindhya forests. Scaling the mighty mountain that stood like an autumnal cloud, its silver-rich peaks gleaming in the sunlight, they ranged through its enchanting groves of trees and the mystical woods. Reaching the summit of the mountain, they paused, their eyes scanning the horizon, their hearts yearning for a sign of Sita. Though they were endowed with immense energy, the arduous climb and endless search had taken its toll. The monkeys, despite their relentless efforts, found no trace of Sita, the beloved consort of Ram. Disheartened yet resolute, they descended the mountain, their spirits weighed down by fatigue. With Hanuman's leadership, Angad's inspiration, and Tara's guidance, the southern contingent pressed onward, their courage unshaken despite the formidable challenges before them. Their mission, though fraught with difficulty, continued to be fueled by the hope that somewhere, amidst the vast wilderness, lay the key to Sita's rescue. Overcome with hunger and thirst after the relentless search, the exhausted Vanars, led by Hanuman, wandered deeper into the dense forests of the Vindhya ranges. It was then that they noticed a massive cave, its entrance concealed by creepers and thick bushes. The sight of the cave intrigued and bewildered the monkeys, as birds, swans, and ducks drenched in water emerged from it, their limbs red-stained with the pollen of lotuses. The sight of the water-drenched birds brought hope to the weary Vanars, who were parched and desperate. Hanuman, the son of the vine god and the wisest among them, spoke to his companions, "Fellow Vanars, we have traversed mountain ranges and forests in the southern direction, but have yet to find Mathili. From this cave emerge birds soaked in water, and the green trees at its entrance suggest a source of water inside. This might be the answer to our thirst. Let us explore this mysterious cave." As the Vanars cautiously entered the cave, they were immediately enveloped in darkness. The absence of sunlight or moonlight made it impossible to see anything. The cave reverberated with the distant roars of lions and the cries of beasts and birds, creating an eerie and dreadful atmosphere. The fearless Vanars moved forward, their vision obscured and their senses overwhelmed. Despite the darkness, the mighty Vanars pressed on, their determination unwavering. Suddenly, a bright light pierced through the gloom, revealing an astonishing sight. They found themselves in an enchanting and otherworldly forest, glowing like a blazing fire and dispelling the surrounding darkness. The Vanars beheld a forest unlike any they had seen before. It was filled with magnificent trees. Golden creepers entwined the trees, and the forest was adorned with flowers, their red leaves glowing like rubies. The golden trees and lotus creepers, shimmering like the rising sun, added to the ethereal beauty of the place. Crystal clear ponds filled with golden lotuses and surrounded by birds teemed with golden fish and large tortoises, their movements adding life to the serene waters. In the distance, the Vanars spotted high-rise palaces built with gold and silver, their golden windows shaped like cows' eyes and latticed with pearls. Houses made of gold, silver, and clay were adorned with precious gems, and piles of gold glittered like blazing fire. The entire place resembled a divine realm, magnificent and awe-inspiring. As the Vanars explored the cave further, marveling at its splendor, they suddenly stopped in astonishment. Not far from them, they noticed a woman, her presence both unexpected and intriguing. Overcome with curiosity and caution, the Vanars halted. Hanuman, their wise leader, stepped forward and addressed the woman. "Who are you? What is this place? Whose cave is this?" Bowing respectfully, Hanuman continued, "O noble ascetic, we are exhausted with thirst and hunger. Driven by thirst and desperation, we entered this dark cave uninvited, hoping to find water. This place, filled with astonishing wonders, has left us amazed and bewildered. We are tormented with fatigue and pain. To whom do these golden trees, glowing like the rising sun, belong? For whom are these delicious roots and fruits? Whose are these multi-storied golden mansions, with glittering windows adorned with silver and encrusted with gems? Kindly enlighten us, O virtuous one, and forgive us for our intrusion." The noble ascetic, her demeanor calm and her tone gentle, responded to Hanuman's inquiry with words that captivated the Vanars. This golden forest, with its glittering treasures and luxurious mansions, is not the work of mere mortals. It was created by the magical powers of a deceitful and powerful demon named Maya. Long ago, Maya, blessed with great abilities and unmatched creativity, performed rigorous penance in the dense forest for thousands of years, seeking a boon from Brahma, the creator. In recognition of his austerities, Brahma granted Maya the boon of inheriting all the wealth of Shukra, the preceptor of demons. Empowered by this boon, Maya constructed this magnificent golden mansion with the help of Vishwakarma, the chief architect of the divine and demonic worlds. For some time, Maya lived here happily in this splendid abode. However, he was consumed by a great passion for a celestial nymph named Hema, a heavenly Apsara known for her unmatched beauty. When Maya's desires for Hema grew too bold, Lord Indra, protector of the heavens, attacked him with his thunderbolt and destroyed his plans. In the aftermath, Brahma bestowed this forest and its golden mansion upon Hema, who was a fast friend of mine. She entrusted me, Swayamprabha, the daughter of Meru sovereignty, to serve as the caretaker of this wondrous abode. Hema granted me a boon of irresistible power and departed, leaving this place in my care. The ascetic paused, her gaze steady as she addressed Hanuman once more. "Now tell me, O great Vanar, what is your mission? Why have you ventured into this inaccessible forest? What is it that you seek? And how did you come to find this hidden place?" Listening intently to Swayamprabha's words, Hanuman folded his hands in respect and replied, "O noble Swayamprabha, your story fills us with wonder. I am Hanuman, the son of the vine god, and we are the Vanars of Sugriv, king of the monkeys. We are on a sacred mission to locate Devi Sita, who was abducted by the demon king Raavan and taken to an unknown location. Following the instructions of Sugriv, we were tasked with searching the southern direction, leaving no mountain, forest, or cave unexplored. Exhausted and parched, we stumbled upon this wondrous place while seeking water to quench our thirst. We humbly ask for your guidance, for our mission is sacred, and our cause is just. We are searching for Sita to reunite her with Lord Ram and restore Dharm to the land. Swayamprabha listened to Hanuman's words with admiration and respect. She observed the demeanor of the Vanars and was struck by their discipline and purity of purpose. Addressing Hanuman, her voice filled with wonder, she said, "O Hanuman, son of the vine god, I see in you a noble soul on a sacred mission. Hima, who entrusted me with this cave, had granted me a boon of irresistible power. None who entered this place, bewitched by its treasures and wonders, could resist their desires. Yet, you and your companions have shown no such weakness. Your hearts are unwavering, your intentions noble, and your mission divine. It is clear to me that you are destined for greatness." She paused, her expression growing serious, and continued, "This cave, constructed by the demon Maya, is an extraordinary place. While it is easy to enter, it is nearly impossible to leave. Many have been trapped here, unable to find their way out. But I am pleased by your noble intentions and your steadfastness. Therefore, I will assist you." Turning to the exhausted Vanars, Swayamprabha spoke gently but firmly. "Close your eyes, all of you. Do not attempt to open them, for the way out of this cave cannot be traversed with your eyes open. Trust in my guidance, for I will lead you to the path of freedom." The Vanars, though bewildered by her instructions, obeyed without hesitation. Closing their eyes, they placed their faith in Swayamprabha's words. Hanuman, with his unwavering resolve, stood at the forefront, ensuring that everyone followed her instructions. With a wave of her hand and the power granted to her by Hima, Swayamprabha guided the Vanars out of the magical cave. The brilliance of the cave dimmed behind them as they felt a cool breeze and the warmth of the sunlight on their faces once again. When Swayamprabha instructed them to open their eyes, the Vanars found themselves outside the cave in the open forest. Swayamprabha, standing at the entrance of the cave, addressed Hanuman and his companions one last time. "O noble Hanuman, I do not know the whereabouts of Sita, nor can I provide further guidance for your mission. But I bless you and your companions with success in your journey. May your unwavering devotion and noble intentions lead you to victory. The path ahead will be fraught with challenges, but with your resolve, you will overcome them all." Folding his hands in gratitude, Hanuman replied, "O noble Swayamprabha, we are deeply grateful for your guidance and blessings. Your kindness has given us the strength to continue our mission. May Dharm always protect you, as you have protected us." The Vanars bowed low in respect before Swayamprabha and, with renewed determination, prepared to continue their journey through the southern region. As the Vanars ventured further into the southern direction without finding any sign of Sita, the weight of their mission began to crush their spirits. Angad, their young leader, deeply regretted exceeding the time limit set by Sugriv. Gathering the monkeys around him, his voice trembled with anguish as he spoke, "We have failed in our mission. My uncle's wrath will be upon us, and we cannot return without fulfilling our task. It would be better to fast unto death here than face the punishment awaiting us." The other Vanars, hearing Angad's sorrowful words, echoed his fears. "We cannot bear the humiliation and punishment for our failure. Better to end our lives than return empty-handed to the king." The monkeys, overwhelmed with despair and shame, resolved to give up their lives rather than confront Sugriv and Ram without any news of Sita. Seeing the dejected state of the Vanars, Tara, the wise and graceful queen, stepped forward to calm their troubled minds. Addressing the group, her tone was gentle yet firm. "Enough of this sorrow and despair," she said. "If it pleases you all, we can take refuge in the magical cave we recently discovered. This area, built by the great demon Maya, is inaccessible to outsiders. It is abundant with trees, water, fruits, and drink. If we choose to live there, we need not fear even Indra, the mighty breaker of enemy citadels, let alone Sugriv or Ram. This place can shelter us from the wrath of the king and protect us from any punishment. Tara's suggestion resonated with the Vanars, who had grown weary of their arduous journey and dreaded the consequences of their failure. Her words brought a glimmer of hope to their hearts, and they turned to Angad for his opinion. Angad, though burdened with regret, found Tara's proposal appealing. "Mother speaks wisely," he said, addressing the group. "This magical area can be our refuge. We can create a plan that separates us from the conditions laid down by King Sugriv. Let us strategize, so we do not face his wrath or punishment." With the majority of the Vanars agreeing to Tara's suggestion, the group found solace in the idea of retreating to the magical place. The thought of residing in its secure and bountiful confines eased their fears and gave them a sense of relief, albeit temporary. However, even as the Vanars discussed their plans, the weight of their sacred duty to Ram and the mission to find Sita lingered in the air. Hanuman, observing their decision, remained silent, his heart steadfast in his commitment to the task. He knew the path ahead was fraught with challenges, but he also knew that their mission was far from over. His determination hinted towards a resolve that could reignite the courage of his companions.
Will the Vanars choose comfort over duty? Or will their devotion to Ram guide them back to the path of righteousness? The answers lie ahead in a tale of faith, courage, and the unyielding pursuit of Dharm. Join us in the next episode of the Ramayan Stories of Dharm and Devotion as we continue this timeless journey of resilience, loyalty, and hope. Share this podcast with your loved ones and let the timeless lessons of the Ramayan inspire your journey. Though the details of this ancient tale may vary across traditions, its essence reminds us of the enduring power of compassion, courage, and hope in the face of adversity. Until next time, may the light of Dharm illuminate your path and fill your heart with peace.